Hi friends, so I am recording this video as a part of my pregnancy journey. I have delivered a baby on 22nd September and I have been keeping a track of how the pregnancy has progressed and different aspects of my pregnancy. And through the whole journey, whenever I used to go online and watch vlogs of various pregnant ladies and mothers, and that used to give me a lot of boost and motivation and all of that. And I was suffering from something known as cervical shortening, or my cervix length was short. And it was during that time when I was looking through YouTube or trying to read up articles. Articles are many on research studies and on different sorts of medical papers and all of that, but there was nothing which shared experience. Most of the experience would scare you because wherever it was everything related to going into an operation where they fix where they have to close your cervix length, etc. There was nothing that was giving me any sort of motivation. So I thought, since I suffered from this condition, why not film a video or just document my journey through that phase. So I was having a healthy pregnancy, and it was around my third or fourth month when I went in for my checkup, and I was complaining about lower abdomen pain to my gynae. I told her that I was having this light period like cramp, and I don't know what the reason was. So she did an internal checkup, and then she asked me to get my cervix length checked. So that was then when I went in for my regular scan, and then they found out that my cervix length was around 2.5, which was short. Your cervix length should be more than 2.7 or 8. It should actually be between 2.8 or 9 up to 4. That is the average range it should be, but mine was short. So I will tell you what exactly is a cervix length. Cervix length is basically the length of your lower uterus, the lower end of the uterus. So the shorter the cervix, there are more chances that you have a preterm labor. That is when your baby's head descends more down, or your baby descends more down. So the more sooner it takes place, the chances are that you have a preterm labor or a premature delivery, which leads to you know your baby dying, because the baby will have to be taken out as an emergency case because your pregnancy has not matured. And some of the symptoms that you have will be related to lower back pain. You'll have cramp like pains, you'll feel heaviness in your vagina, you feel like something's really coming down, you will feel a little uneasy, you sometimes will have spotting. But again, every pregnancy is different. Every symptom a lady goes through, a mother goes through, is different. You cannot compare. For example, for me, I only had slight abdominal cramps, which is normal in every pregnancy, which you can also have when you have a healthy pregnancy. And I used to feel heavy down on my vagina, but that was not that evident and more prominent. I felt heaviness only towards the end when I went for checkup, but throughout my pregnancy, I used to have a cramp. Then when I went and told the doctor, and she said, okay, your cervix length is short. If it does not, the length does not increase, they will have to do a stitch. So they will stitch the opening, which will kind of protect your baby. Or she said, for the meanwhile, you place your bed at a 20 degree angle, that is like slightly inclined, so that your legs are up and your body is down, So that automatically kind of increases the length. Your baby moves a little up. And trust me, it was a very difficult process because I was completely terrified of any stitch. I was completely terrified of losing the pregnancy. So I ended up going back home, and my husband took the single bed that we have. He placed two stools beneath the side stand, and the bed was raised, and we placed the bed near in our master bedroom next to the our master bed. But trust me, guys, I never slept on it even for a day. I used to postpone it every day because I just couldn't sleep. I would get severe headache because the blood circulation was flowing the opposite direction. And the only thing I think I took care of was myself. I just didn't do anything about it. I used to do work, but I used to take as much rest as possible. In the sense, I used to lie down. I was working from home then. I used to lie down, I used to eat healthy. Trust me, I never did anything about it. And the next month, when I went in for my checkup, my cervical length had increased to 2.9, which was a very, very good improvement. And that meant that I didn't have to go in for any surgery or any stitch or do anything about it. So, the purpose of making this video was to tell you guys that when we find out that something is wrong, and especially for people who are looking out for something for cervical shortening, first thing is, please stop reading anything about it online, because that really scares you even more. Like, you read the article, you know what it is about, and put a stop at it. We keep trying to find stories over stories, and the whole thing about trying to google something out is the negative aspects about it comes. It's as equal to as when we put how to find out this, you get all sorts of things about cancer, about AIDS, about all the things that we don't want to know. Or why are we getting fever, it will be connected to something scary. So I'm saying, once you know what it is, stop reading out up. More and more information is bad. Second thing is, try to be mentally strong and take as much rest as you can. And by rest, I don't mean you sleep all day long. You lie down. You can do your work, but if you finish or complete a task at home in 10 minutes, you can take 5 more minutes extra to finish it. Just stay at pace with your body and allow your body to relax and take rest. Lie down. If you are at the habit of sitting and reading a book, you can lie down and read a book. If you want to watch the TV, you can lie down and watch the TV. So take as much uh, rest laying back, because that helps in the length, opening the length or increasing the length. And also continue your daily activities the way you're continuing. Don't put a stop to it, because when you put a stop to it, that kind of messes with your functionings. So you take care of that, and the rest will be taken care of. And I just want to share this video with people who might really find it useful, because when I was going through YouTube, I only found one relevant video or one vlog that spoke of cervical shortening, that too where there was a capsule inserted into that particular person's body to kind of shorten, to kind of increase the shortening. Not increase the shortening, I mean increase the cervical length. But there was no story where anybody shared more information about it. So I am taking this opportunity to share, where I never had to go through anything. I just took enough rest, and I stopped thinking about it. I was eating healthy, and I started doing my activities at a pace. So suppose I take 20 minutes for cooking, I was taking rest simultaneously going into the kitchen, sitting more often. So probably I took 20 extra minutes. So I took about 40 minutes to cook my lunch or my breakfast. But that's okay. That's absolutely okay. And there is no restriction in traveling. You can travel But if you're going by cab, make sure to request the cab driver to go a little slow. If you're going with your husband, I'm sure he will be taking care of you, so you can go a little slow. If you drive or you go by scooty, make sure to be very careful with the speed. You can do everything normally, but just be at pace with yourself. This will avoid you from going into anything more surgical. But of course, when there is a need where you need to go in more surgical, then that's absolutely fine. You know, at the end, we are mothers and we are ready to do anything for our babies. So I really hope that this video is useful and helpful, and based on the number of views I see, even if it is more than 5 or 6 or 10, I'll be very very happy, because this has reached out to some people. And I'll definitely share some more tips on what I did during my pregnancy, because I have it documented. Okay, thank you for watching, and I really hope this was useful for people who are watching. And all the best for your pregnancy. There is absolutely nothing to get scared about being pregnant. It will all go well. Thank you. Bye.